Glad you're with us this midday. I'm Angela Green. Jury selection is now underway in one of Tallahassee's most high-profile murder cases. The proceedings for the case of two people charged in the 2014 murder of FSU law professor Dan Markel started just about 2 hours ago for Katherine Magbanua and Sigfredo Garcia. They were both in the courtroom today. ABC 27's Jada Williams is covering every angle of this case and was in the courtroom too. Jada, what are we expecting today?
Well, more than hundreds of jurors were summoned to come into the courtroom. About 50 of them came in this morning, and they have been answering and asking questions of the judge and the attorneys as well to see if they will be one of the people that will sit on that jury for the Sigfredo Garcia as well as Katherine Magbanua trial. Now 50 people will be called in this afternoon as well, and then every day after that another 50 will be called in, and they'll keep going until they narrow down the list of people and select a jury. Most of the juries that came in this morning said that they had heard about the case and they were called for more questions. The judge began with the preliminary questions. What do they know? How did they learn the information? And if what they currently know could potentially change some of the evidence or change once that evidence is laid out. From there, the attorneys asked questions if necessary to further see what those jurors know and if it could pose a potential problem. The other big question on the table, if there's something outside of the case that could keep them from sitting on that jury.
You need to decide what a hardship is, and ultimately I will decide it. But I understand 4 weeks. We're not trying to put anybody out of business. If that's going to cause you a major problem, then you want to stay and we'll talk about it.
No one interviewed today is guaranteed a spot on the jury. Those who might become a juror will have to come back tomorrow at 1 for more questioning. I was inside that room for a little while as the jurors were being questioned by the judge and the attorneys, and as I mentioned earlier, a lot of them said that they knew about the case, but there were many different ways that the people knew about the case, and those questions that were asked by the attorneys were to make sure that if what they know would hinder the trial in any way. Now the judge said that this trial could go on for 4 weeks. That's a month-long trial, a lot of time spent to get to the bottom of Dan Markel's murder. We'll continue to have minute-to-minute updates on Twitter and Facebook, but we'll also be providing that coverage on air and online. Reporting from the Leon County Courthouse, Jada Williams, WTXL ABC 27.